So the next piece in this conversion to the nicer case is going to be the disassembly of the original unit that we had previously assembled. And I honestly don't remember the assembly order of this, and I didn't look it up. So I'm just going to remove screws, and we'll see where we get to. So I'm going to sort out the old hardware into an empty box to keep it separated from the new hardware. Damn magnets, or magnetic. Like magnetized screwdrivers, I think in the end they're easier to use, but they do pick up bits of things you don't want picked up. So I think that might drop the front panel off. Maybe. Want to be very careful here. And that does pull the front panel off. I'm going to put that in the box with the other acrylic pieces just to protect it. I believe all these standoffs get replaced. Little nut driver I've got will fit these or not. I don't remember. No. Can't quite get the fingers down in there. They were 1/4 inch. And the assembly of this, all of this was finger tight. They are nylon screws and spacers, and so you don't want to super tighten them or you'll strip out the threads. And of course, it dropped one. The actual emulator PCB itself. This was quite interesting to get put together in the first place. Let's rescue the SD card before we break it. Loosen these screws up that hold the front panel in place. See if I can get them to maybe not. I know there's some unsoldering work to be done on this. They actually work loose, not quite. See if I can spin the nut off there. These spacers out. And the screws. Of course, with the sea of cabling, this is interesting to do. Get him off. He's loose. If I remember right, I can kind of finagle this around and maybe work it back through the case, or maybe not. Let's remove some of the connectors off the back plate. probably should have read the instructions. But what fun would that be? Little nut driver, I think will actually work on those if I can spot it. I had it a second ago. I put it back. Imagine that, I actually put something back. That's like a first. Find a socket that'll fit on that a little better. Nope. Why does that not appear to be spinning off of there? That's weird. Is the barrel actually turning down inside? That really isn't spinning. There it goes. Now I should be able to just hopefully push this through now. And we've completely released it from the bamboo box. I don't know if the little manual that came with it has the conversion instructions for the board, or if I need to get those online. So this is all the assembly stuff for the actual front panel. Jump ahead to 14. Jump ahead 14 pages, actually. We're not building. Install the micro. Let's go back here. So, like I said, jump ahead 14 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, so it took us to here. So we've done all these steps. He really does move us on to the acrylic case. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So that's a 12. Because he added 2 extra pins. So there's several things that have to come off here. We can release the little RS232 adapter. This is actually a very reusable component. It's got the Max 232 level shifter on it, which actually makes it really nice. So this is definitely a very reusable part. So let's just go ahead and keep all the pieces together. Yeah, I think I need to get up on the website and download the there was a set of instructions for retrofitting this earlier board. Right now he's really doing all of the case assembly. We can pull off the USB extension. And I believe most of this stuff gets unsoldered. This gets replaced with a 14 pin. There was some kind of trick to that, I don't remember. I think the SD card gets removed because it's not going to be in the back panel, etc. So I should probably go find those instructions, since this doesn't seem... The board he's describing in here, oh, maybe it is the same board. Building up the sandwich, getting the case components together. We will come back around to that. I swear when I looked online there was additional instructions for dealing with the 14 ribbon cable versus the 12 here. You added a couple extra pins. Wow, so I guess this disassembly video was just exactly that. Quick disassembly and nothing else. I do remember what I read. I believe this cable gets removed. I believe the audio cable gets removed. I'm trying to be delicate around the LED so I don't bend them out of shape too far. The Bluetooth module gets removed. We'll have to unsolder it, and the SD card module get removed. So let's see if I can get lucky here and just get him to come cleanly off there. Bluetooth. Let's see if I got lucky. Well, they both definitely rock, so majority of the solder has released. Came out pretty clean. The holes on the PC board look great. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the holes where those two cables I removed were. Before I jump in and attempt to unsolder this connector here, I need to go look at the instructions. But I'm pretty sure all of that was required at this point for the conversion. Wow, that nut is really tight. Come on, there you go. Spin off. I'll just hold on to these. Sorry, I went completely mute there for a second. Like this is going to wrap up this until I get the further instructions. And we will pick up in the next video once I have the instructions to mate this to that. Because I remember there's some jumper wires to be added, that kind of stuff. So anyhow, we will pick that up in the next video.